Dusty Rails Special. On August 9th, 2024, we made a trip to Dollywood and filmed the Dollywood Express and 2 shows, the Wings of America Bird Show and the Tones. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the Dollywood Express and the 2 shows mentioned before. Our first shot that we caught was of the Dollywood Express pulling into town from a test run up the mountain. We rode the first train of the day, so sit back, relax, and enjoy the ride.
Express, my name is Conductor Alistair. I'll be riding on the back of car 7. I'm joined along with Conductor Sharina. She'll be riding on the back of car 3. As soon as we get the all clear from our Depot Master Rabina, we'll begin our journey up the Iron Mountain. Depot Master, let me know when we have the all clear. Now folks, I'd like to direct your attention to that red full cord over your head. Look on up to that red full cord over your head.
Folks, the cable overhead is for medical emergencies only. If there is a true medical emergency, please pull down on the cord for 2 seconds and release. After the cable has been pulled, the conductor will acknowledge that the full cord has been pulled and will notify the engine crew and EMTs to prepare an emergency response. The train will not stop. We will quickly proceed to the nearest first aid location. Do not pull the cable for lost cell phones, cameras, etc. The train will not stop for these items.
Now folks, you're riding behind engine number 192. She's a genuine coal-fired, steam-driven engine, and she'll spit out smoke, soot, and cinders. It's up to you to protect your eyes and the eyes of your loved ones from those cinders. Now, in the event that you do get a cinder in the eye, it is not a medical emergency, although it may feel like one, so do not pull down on that pull cord overhead for just a cinder in the eye. Instead, what we ask you to do is please cover the infected eye with a hand. Try not to rub it. Wait till we get back to the depot. Reach out to one of our depot agents and we'll direct you to the nearest first aid office where they'll safely remove that eye. Oh wait, that can't be right. They'll safely remove the cinder out of your eye. You can keep that eye. Now, if you don't happen to pull down on that pull cord overhead and it's not a medical emergency, we will make one for you. And thank you, Depot Master, for the all clear.
Those 2 whistles you just heard tell us that our engineer has received our all clear, and we will be pulling out of the depot at any moment. As we get ready to depart, let me remind you of a couple of the safety rules you'll need to know for our trip today. Please remember to remain seated at all times. This does include small children, as they are not permitted to stand on your lap, on the seat, or on the floor. If you have small children in your group, please have them sit in the center portion of your seat with an adult on the outside edges. Also, remember to keep all body parts inside the car at all times, and the use of tobacco products is not permitted during our trip. Thank you.
And if you're the fireman ringing the bell up there, that means this train is going into motion, so I need everyone to remain seated at all times. Parents and guardians, if you have small children, you need to be sure that they are seated in the seat or in your lap. Thank you. Now that we're moving, those of you on the last few cars, look off to the left in the middle of the depot and wave goodbye to Depot Master Avina. Joe, we'll see you in a day or two. Week at the most, we've never been gone longer than a week. We'll see you later. Avina, pay those bills and keep the lights on. We'll be back after a while. Dollywood is known to be the friendliest place in the Smokies, and the customers train to keep it that way. So as you roll on out of town, keep those hands in the air and wave to all these folks. Always count up three, let's give them a big southern howdy. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Howdy! Great job, y'all. We'll come back to that later. Coming up on the right-hand side is Dollywood's old-fashioned grist mill. That's where they make our famous cinnamon bread. I stopped by there sometime today and get you 2 roasts of one when I make it back to your car. It's just that good. You should stop by and see Applejack down there. It's a big banjo for you. Off the left-hand side, we have Mr. Paula, keeping everybody safe behind those gates. We'll see you later, Paula. December 7th, 1941, Kennedy attack on Pearl Harbor and the U.S. involvement in World War II. After the attack, it was determined that a military highway would need to protect the state of Alaska from an invasion. In 1942, the U.S. Army took over the White Pass and Yukon Railroad in Skagway, Alaska. The use of ship cooling personnel needed to build the Alcan military highway. In April of 1943, Baldwin Locomotive Works, located outside of Eddystone, Pennsylvania, built our narrow-gauge Powder-style engine number 192. It weighs about 211,000 pounds with a Type 282 locomotive. That 282 is into the wood configuration, 15 cars on this front, larger size of the tail, 15 cars on the rear. Shipped up to the White Pass and Yukon Railroad in Skagway, Alaska, was commissioned as part of the United States Army. This wooden post on the right-hand side is the Thunderhead, also known as the Wildest Ride in the Woods. And that green roller coaster over there, that's the Dragon Flyer, Dollywood's only inverted roller coaster. Over 280,000 tons of flight from a thousand triplet personnel traveled behind this engine and others just like her. Up to 34 trains a day ran in support of the road's construction. Only a few months would seem to cost when the science became possible. The Alcan military highway was completed, but the invasion of Alaska never happened. That's how they realized we were running behind a true veteran of World War II. We here at Dollywood are proud of all of our veterans, small friends from the military. Our bunch of friends doesn't actually each days. If you have any U.S. veterans on board, we thank y'all so much for your service. God bless you. Now, in 1960, 192 retired from the White Pass and Yukon Railroad. In 1961, she was sold to the East Tennessee Theme Park News Rebel Railroad. It was then she affectionately became known as Klondike Katie. Here's Steven moving back at you. Actually, let that post way back at him. Going on tight. He didn't look at where he was going. Now, Klondike Katie has remained throughout the entire evolution of our park, from Rebel Railroad to Go-Go Junction, Silver Dollar City, to present day Dollywood. She continues to position of hard work, fill our guests up the Iron Mountain. Up on the right-hand side, down there in the hollow, we'll have Wildwood Road. That's on the Big Bear Mountain, Dollywood's newest and longest roller coaster. It's almost 4,000 feet of track. miles of brother Sticker Canyon, home to the Thunderhead. We also have the Mystery Mine, it's going to go to high speed, slide like a loop, bringing in 4-foot drop, straight down like the mine shaft. There's also a drop line tower over there too, takes 230 feet up in the air, speeds around for a few seconds before it drops you straight down at a speed of 77 miles an hour. Those big blue rails behind everything was the rails of the Wild Eagle. Show of hands who plans to ride the Wild Eagle today. How many of y'all ain't gonna ride the Wild Eagle today? My goodness, the bows are flying everywhere. That's alright though, y'all can still go down to that Wild Eagle merch shop and get you a bright yellow shirt that says, I'm a chicken. Over 200 different species of birds in flight. Smokey's our never-ending song to take with each season and each new pair of eyes. Now, Smokey's were established as National Park way back in 1934 under President FDR. And it's America's most visited national park on a yearly basis. We here at Dollywood are very proud of Klondike Katie, so much so that we'd like to toot our own horn. Let's say, folks, would you like to hear Engineer Steven play tune that whistle up there? Alrighty, on the count of 3, let's tell him to blow the whistle. Ready? 1, 2, 3, blow the whistle. Everybody, big round of applause for Klondike Katie and Engineer Steven. That's Steven and Klondike Katie saying thank you. Thank you very much. Now, if y'all look off to the left-hand side through the trees, you'll see a portion of the Great Smoky Mountains. And you can easily see why they're called the land of blue smoke. If you look off to your left, you see a big old cabin sitting on that hill right next to us. Look off to the left, you see a big old cabin sitting up there. Any guesses on who it may belong to or who lives up there? If you said Dolly, you'd be wrong. We have absolutely no idea who lives up there. It's just a rental cabin. For all we know, it could be one of y'all. As we head back on down to the town of Dollywood, I'm going to put you on some train music. Feel free to sing along and clap along. Just please don't get up and dance. folks will look back up to the cab of the engine. That man waving back at you? That's our fireman Kyle up there. He's responsible for getting you where you are today by hand shoveling all that coal into the firebox. Our engines operated today is the same when they were first built, and on a busy day, Klondike Cater will use 5 tons of coal, drink 5,000 gallons of water, haul an average of 5,000 people on up this mountain. We here at Dollywood are proud of our engines and the guys and gals who operate them, and we hope you enjoy riding behind them as much as we do.
Well, you cheated on me, Betty, and you told me lies. You said that you was gonna laugh over time I cried. Well, the days will laugh with telling you goodbye.
Seated at all times. This does include small children, as they are not permitted to stand on your lap, on the seat, or on the floor while the train is in motion. Thank you.
Folks, you remember that big southern howdy we gave everybody when we left? On the count of 3, let's give it to them again. We gotta be the loudest train of the day, so on the count of 3, I need everyone's loudest howdy. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Howdy! Great job, y'all. Great job. Now coming up on the right-hand side, that water ride is the Smoky Mountain River Rampage. That ride will get you soaked from head to toe, and on a day like today, it's the perfect ride to cool you off. Behind that, we have Rocky Roadway, where you can ride around in 50-style cars at a speed of 5 miles an hour, and you don't need a driver's license. Kids, you know what that means? You can drive your parents and grandparents around and scare them as much as their driving scares you. And if that ain't your speed, that wooden coaster behind everything, that's the Lightning Rod. That wooden coaster goes 73 miles an hour. Coming up on the left-hand side, we'll have the Country Fair. That's a majority of our family-friendly kids, right on. Let's wave to everyone on those swings as we roll on by. want me to show you where she sleeps tonight. So if you look off to your right, that green building is Dollywood's full-service train shop. That shop along with our engineers is capable of rebuilding our engines from the wheels all the way up to the smokestack. The engine's 70 sitting right there. Contact Katie's older sister. Take it from R&R. On behalf of myself, I'm Conductor Alistair, riding on the back of car 7. I got Conductor Sharina riding on the back of car 3. Our wonderful engine crew and Klondike Katie herself. Thank y'all so much for riding the Dollywood Express with us. And we hope you all have a fun and blessed remainder of your time here at Dollywood. And now's the time to be collecting any and all of your personal belongings, items, articles, items, bags, trash. Grumpy husbands are optional, but kids are mandatory. You must take your kids with you. And any trash that you may have accumulated during the ride, you place in the barrel stand to exit and get off the train. But once again, I need y'all to remain seated at all times, and I'll let you know when it's safe to exit.
Once again, folks, we would like to remind you to please remain seated until the train has come to its complete stop. We will let you know when it is safe to exit. Thank you, and enjoy yourself here at Dollywood.
Once again, folks, I need y'all to remain seated at all times. Even when the train has come to a complete stop, remain seated. You may need to roll forwards or backwards, and the engineer still has to set the brakes up there. So even when the train has come to a complete stop, y'all remain seated, and I'll let you know when it's safe to exit. Hey there, Mina, we're back. It only took us 20 minutes this time. Stay seated, everyone. Everyone, stay seated. I'll let you know when it's safe to exit. I got one more favor to ask y'all. Y'all look up to the front of the car and get that silver car number for me. If you're running on cars 1 through 6, raise that right hand up in the air. Wave it around like you just don't care. Now put it off to your right. Pull it right off the train to the boardwalk through the back gate for your exit. Folks, here on car number 7, raise that left hand.
Disembarking the train, we decided to catch the next train departing the station. The following 2 shots are 192 and her train departing the station for the second trip of the day. We are now at Owen's Farm as Locomotive 192 and her train return back to the village station. We were getting hungry, so we headed to the Hickory House, and right across from the Hickory House is the Wings of America Bird Show. And the first show was just about to start, so we finished up and quickly headed on over. Before the show started, they showed this. Their bald eagle, America, that they normally use at the end of the show, sadly passed away.
The American Eagle Foundation and Dollywood welcome you to Wings of America. Here at the AEF, we have given our rental founders a second chance at life. Our team cares for them daily through their lives and activities, exercise, plenty of sunshine. Some of the AEF's most well-trained birders are here with us today at Wings of America, acting as educational ambassadors for their species. Next to the meter, you'll see Eagle Mountain Sanctuary, the largest eagle aviary in America. All the eagles living here are physically disabled and can't survive in the wild on their own. But many of them hatch and raise eagles every spring, which you can watch live on our website. When the eagles are old enough, we get to release them into the wild to help repopulate bald eagles. At this time, please take your seats and place all food and items that look like food completely out of sight. Our birds are trained to find food and can be very curious creatures. Throughout the entire duration of the show, we ask that you please keep the aisle away from all items. Remain seated in your crate and raise your arms up or down. We'd also like you to take out your phone and search for the American Eagle Foundation on Instagram and Facebook. When you post those awesome photos and videos from the show today, tag us so we can hear all about your experience. And don't forget to follow us. We're always posting fun and educational content, and we'd love to take you along on all of our adventures. You can also learn more by visiting our website, eagles.org, where any of the birds you see today can be sponsored through our adoption program. We thank you for joining us today and hope you enjoy the show. Please give a warm welcome to the host of Wings of America.
Alright, how's everybody doing? Awesome. Welcome everyone to Dollywood. Welcome to our Wings of America Bird Show. My name is Sam.
I'm Mary Beth.
The two of us work for the American Eagle Foundation, where we're all dedicated to the conservation of birds of prey. And today in our show, we are going to meet several of our amazing birds. Now, before we get started, I want to remind y'all that every bird you'll meet today has been deemed non-reasonable. This means that they cannot survive on the wild on their own. They all came to us either through injury or illness or human imprint. Now, just a few quick safety rules that I do want to remind y'all about. Like that video said, please do put any food that y'all have with you under your seats. See, our birds are trained to fly towards food, and while they absolutely love their mice and rats they're about to get in our show, we have learned that they sure do love some cinnamon bread and barbecue and literally anything ever. So please do keep those on your seats. Now, Mary Beth and I will walk these guys and fly them, not just up here, but also down here, through these aisles and other sides of those seats. So please do keep these aisleways, especially clear for us and the birds. And most importantly, we ask y'all don't try to touch or pet the birds in any sort of way. See, these guys are not pets. They're still very much wild animals. If you try and pet them, they will pet you back. And I can guarantee from experience it does not feel great. Now, I do also ask that please no one try to stand up or try to enter or exit the theater while a bird is out. Okay, this can be very spooky to them, and they can easily just fly out of here. Trust me, I have had to run through this whole theme park waving a rat in the air in public, begging a vulture to come back. It is not as fun as it sounds, and it may have been 2 days ago. Please don't make me do that again. Now, lastly, our birds here are very, very well trained. Kind of. They're not exactly potty trained. So, I only tell you that to tell you that if a bird happens to get spooked and takes a quick detour into those rafters, yeah. Now see, everyone in here just looked up with your mouth wide open. Y'all failed that test instantly, so just keep that in mind. Like I said earlier, me and Mary Beth are conservationists, but the good news is at the end of our show, all of y'all will be conservationists as well. Our hope is that after this show, y'all will go out, wherever you may be from, and be a voice for birds of prey that are out in the wild. So with all that out of the way, who is raising some birds? Listen, people, this is our first show of the day. All right, listen, I know it's hot outside, but our birds run off enthusiasm. Okay, and that was terrible. So I'm going to ask you one more time, who is raising some awesome birds?
All right, I got a question for all you lovely folks. Do we have any owl fans in the audience?
Yeah.
All right, I hear a few out there. All right, well, you guys are in luck. I happen to have one. All very cute, yes. All right, so you guys are pretty interactive, pretty loud today, so I have another question for you. Who here thinks that my friend Buster is a baby owl? A few people, most of your hand, no? Okay. Who here thinks that he's an adult owl? More people, but some of you all still are not paying attention, so one last try. Who here doesn't give a hoot, which thinks he's absolutely adorable? There we go. Well, for those of you that said Buster here is an adult, you are correct. Buster is what's known as an eastern screech owl, but don't let that name fool you. It's not actually a great name for them because they don't screech or even hoot. Instead, they make more of a wavering whistle. It sounds something like this. Around your home, there's probably a lot of different trees. They're all very different colors. So depending part of the eastern coast these guys are found on will depend on the color morph that they are. And so we actually house all 3 color morphs here at the American Eagle Foundation. If you also look, it's a little hard to tell right now because some of you may be wondering there's some missing stuff around his face. Unfortunately, you guys come to see our show in the middle of molting season. Screech owls kind of turn into little gremlins during this point. They're not injured, they're not sick. Screech owls go through what's known as a catastrophic morph, and that basically means they lose all their face feathers at once. So he's a little rough right now. He's starting to grow some of those feathers back in. But you'll notice he's got a little something sticking up right here. Those are known as plumicorns. Most people think that they're ears. They are not. They are actually used for camouflage because they are cavity nesters. They are predators, but because of their size, they're also prey. So when they get nervous or scared, they're going to stick those plumicorns really high up in the air. They're going to back up against a tree, get really tall and skinny, close their eyes, look just like any other stick on a branch. Perfect camouflage for them. Now we talked about how we got Buster and Gimli and even our other screech owls also in car collision. But what are some other ways that you can help screech owls? If you look up on our screen here in just a second, there's going to be a QR code. That QR code will send you directly to a link on how to build nest boxes. It not only provides a space for these beautiful birds, it also can help attract them to your yard, and they're great free rodent control. So they're really great to have around. We also have an example right over there. If you were to find one injured, there are still ways that you can help. And while they are small, those pointy bits are still very pointy and grabby. So please don't ever grab one barehanded. Find you a towel or a shirt, something thicker. You're going to roll them up in a little al burrito, and you're going to contact local wildlife officials or rehab centers, just like the American Eagle Foundation. One more time, guys, what did you think about Buster, our screech owl?
Alright, before we bring out our next bird, something special, y'all are about to actually take part in a training exercise. So, this bird is brand new to Dollywood. He has not been doing shows for very long at all. He's brand new here, so we want this to be a good experience for him. So please, don't do anything crazy, but also know that if he decides that today is not his day and he would rather go backstage and hang out, that is his choice. We really need him to like it here. So, how do we feel about vultures? That was better than any reaction I got yesterday. Thank you guys. So, a lot of people feel that way, but a lot of people don't really like vultures. A lot of people think that they're just dumb or ugly birds. Not him, he's adorable. So, this is Bedlam. He is a 4-year-old black vulture. That's one of 2 vulture species y'all can find in this area. The other is the turkey vulture. They're the ones with bright red heads. Now, sometimes vultures get a little bit of a stigma. A lot of people think that they're dumb or ugly looking because of that bald head. But y'all, we should be very glad that vultures are bald. Because, can anyone tell me what it is that these guys like to eat? Dead stuff, roadkill. Someone yesterday said children. That's kind of funny. No, but so, roadkill, dead stuff. If you want to be a little more polite, the official term for it is carrion. But if these guys have very beautiful, vibrant colored feathers all over their heads, and then once you go eat their dead stuff, carrion, those feathers on their heads would instantly become disgusting. So it's beneficial for them to have that bald head. Now, what a lot of people don't know about vultures is these guys are nature's way of controlling diseases. These guys have such strong stomach acid that they can break down diseases like rabies, botulism, or anthrax. So when they take care of that roadkill and disgusting dead stuff, they are stopping other animals that can't get those diseases from getting them. Now, sadly though, most species of vulture in the world are considered endangered. So by far the easiest way to help these birds out is to go out and dispel those myths that they're dumb, that they spread disease, that they're ugly. He is adorable. If you say he's not, you're lying. So I think he did pretty good. How about it one more time for our bald-headed man, Mr. Evans?
Birds so far. And we do care for prey, but did you know we also care for wolves? Might sound pretty shocking, but I guess I shouldn't actually just say wolves. I should probably say wolves of the sky. I'm going to introduce you to one of our oldest ambassadors. His name is Mikey, and he is a Harris's hawk. Mikey here, like I said, is our oldest ambassador. He turns 33 years old this year. so quite the shining star. Harris hawks are my absolute favorite bird here, just because I work for the American Eagle Foundation. Doesn't mean the bald eagle is it. Harris hawks are known as the wolves of the sky for a pretty cool reason. And that is because they are one of the few birds of prey that will live, work, and hunt in packs. They are from the desert southwest regions, places like Texas, New Mexico, on into Central and South America. So if you're ever in this area and you see one of these guys for miles, please call us. I want Mikey back. But Mikey here is pretty awesome. So like I said, they do live, work, and hunt in packs. Living in that desert environment, it's a very harsh climate to live in. Not a lot of protein, food very sparse, and clock today, y'all, and water even more so. So today he's getting a delicious snack of mouse, but in the wild, working as a team, they're going to catch jackrabbits. And I don't know if you guys have ever seen a jackrabbit, but they are quite a bit larger than the cute cottontail bunnies we have in this area. So Harris hawks in the wild live in groups of up to 9 individuals. So they will live, work, and hunt that way. When they go hunting, the young ones, who are still able to move even more, they're the ones responsible for flying low or running on the ground, up under brush or rocks, flush any prey out. And the older, more experienced hunters like Mikey here would come from over top, and they would help to take down that prey. Once they have it, they are going to share with every single member of their family. So if there is one sitting on a nest, Mom and the babies are going to get food. If there is a member of their party who is injured or sick, they're also going to get food. And if there's a member of their party who is no longer able to hunt due to age, they still get to have food as well. So just because they don't participate in the hunting doesn't mean they don't get to eat. They're also a bird prey who will cache their food. The jackrabbit will feed them for a couple of days, so they'll find a nice rock or somewhere to bury it, and they will have that food for several days to be able to have it. Now, if you think about the desert, there's also not a lot of great perching options. Some hot rocks, some prickly cacti, right? Not a lot else. So they've adapted, and they do what's known as backstacking. And that literally means they stand on each other's backs. Serves a couple different purposes. One, it's a great place to stand when there's not those things out there. The second option, and more importantly, is that they are predators. They are also prey. Things like golden eagles and large carnivores would love to have a snack of a bird just like Mikey. So when they stand on each other's backs, they will face all different directions, and they will serve as lookouts and have a variety of calls, and they will alert each other if there's a predator or prey around. And it's a great method for them to be able to help survive. Mikey here came to us when he was very young. He was actually born under human care. He was supposed to be used for falconry. Has anyone ever heard of falconry? So for those who don't know, falconry is an art or sport of hunting with birds. It's often used to catch things like rodents and other birds. But Mikey here, falconry flunk out. He became a human imprint, and that basically means he doesn't believe he's a bird anymore. Instead, he thinks he's just a really, really cute, fluffy human being. And I mean, who can blame him? He's getting free health care, free housing, a personal person to clean up his room, organize it every single day, and a personal chef to fix his food just like he likes it. So I can't really blame him. Harris hawks are really amazing. They also have what's known as counter camouflage or counter shading. So you'll notice that a lot of his body is covered in darker colors. That's to help blend in with that desert habitat. But if you also look up underneath, he does have some white spots on him, and that helps. So if a predator or a prey is looking up to the sky, that white will help to blend in with the lighter color of the sky, so it makes him camouflage just a little bit better. Now, how can we help Harris hawks? One of the biggest things, because they do live in that desert habitat, is respecting the desert. Many people like to go out into the desert camping or hiking, but they're not very respectful. They leave it trashed. Our trash can often have a lot of things that can cause them harm, chemicals, pesticides, and they rely on that desert habitat to thrive. So we need to respect the desert. Another way we think about this is they're used in a lot of big cities for falconry places like Las Vegas, because people don't want pigeon poop on their big fancy buildings. So they use birds like Mikey here to help shoo them off. But also, those cities are growing exponentially every single day, and we're taking up more and more of their habitat home. So respect the desert and make sure we are keeping their homes safe. What did you guys think about our oldest ambassador, Mikey?
Alright, for those of them loved our screech owls earlier, this is the best day of your life. This is Desi, the desert eagle owl. Now, when we see owls, one of the first things we probably notice are those eyes. And for good reason, they're absolutely huge. So I want everyone to do something. I want everyone to make a fist and put it right up at one of your eyes. Yeah, see, y'all are ridiculous. If we had the same size eyes as owls, that is how big our eyes would be. They need these massive pupils to help let in as much light as possible. Because these birds are nocturnal. They only hunt at night. So having those massive eyes helps them see. Now, another cool thing about owls is Desi makes no noise at all when he flies. His feathers are built in just a way where he has silent flight. This is super helpful when you're trying to ruin a mouse's day and sneak up on them in the middle of the night with not much noise. Now, you will not find one of these guys around here. They're from the desert, obviously, like Mary Beth talked about. What's crazier, though, is it's not even a North American desert. Desi is actually from Egypt, over in Africa. Now, these guys are super exotic species, but sadly, one of the biggest threats these guys face is the illegal pet trade. That's actually how Desi came to be with us. He was rescued from a pet store. Now, that is kind of sad, but we like to tell you all this to let you know, if you ever see an endangered species or an exotic species like this for sale, contact your local wildlife resource agency, and they can help rescue that animal and get it back where it belongs. And another super easy way to help out animals in any situation is an app. It's called Animal Help Now. If you find any animal, wildlife, dog, cat, anything, that can find your nearest vet or resource agency, I recommend it. Thank you later. Now, Desi is also what we call a human imprint bird, which means that he does not really see himself as an owl. He sees himself as a very handsome, spotted, large-eyed human man. And we love him for that. And Desi's actually been in shows for over 10 years here. So, how about it one more time for our Desert Eagle Owl, Mr. Desi. Alright. Well, real quick, we want to thank y'all for coming out to our show. Without y'all support, we could not do what we do, and our birds would not have a second chance at life. And there is so much y'all can do to help these birds out in the wild. But don't go anywhere. Just a second, Mary Beth's going to be back. She is going to explain one way y'all can help conservation right now.
Alright guys, like Sam said, thank you for hanging out with us. We hope you enjoyed the show, maybe learned some new facts or something like that. There are some really great ways to help, even in your local community. First off, you can always research ways to get involved, rehab facilities, environmental places, all that to figure out what is happening in your own area. But here at the American Eagle Foundation, we care for over 80 non-releasable birds of prey, 26 of which are right there on Eagle Mountain Sanctuary, and they're all non-releasable due to injury or illness. We have also opened a brand new facility just down the road, about 30 minutes from here in Kodak. If you guys have been at the Big New Buc-ee's, it's right near that. If you have any interest in scheduling a tour or learning more about our birds that we care for, you can visit eagles.org, where that QR code is right there on the screen. And it's all donation-based, and every bit goes right back into caring for our birds. We also, because we do have so many birds we care for, right, he's also going to assist me, we also have an Amazon wish list. And that helps us to get items we need every single day. It could be sponges for painting, like you just saw. It can be toys for our birds, because if you have any pets at home, you know how hard it can be to keep them entertained and engaged. So it also takes that to physically and mentally stimulate all of our birds. So we need things like puzzle feeders. During this hot weather, we make them ice pops. We need some silicone molds, all kinds of fun toys, things like that. And it can even go as far as things like cleaning chemicals that we use to sanitize our room to keep them healthy. So that's a great way you can also help us. But here today, I have a couple items that we are selling. We have, since it is illegal, I can't send you home with a cute little feather, because it's illegal to do that. You can't own anything. I can send you home with a feather print. This is actually from Gimli, our eastern screech owl. It's the only way you can legally own a bird of prey feather. These are $5. And for $5 also, we have these little ponchos. They fold up in here, and they are black and orange. These are also $5, and that is the two things we have for today. But anyways, the best way to make any donations, I say it off the our organization, is through our Amazon wish list. Thank you guys so much for coming out with us. We hope you have an amazing day here at Dollywood. I'll be hanging out for a few minutes. If you have any questions.
Since we were already halfway to the new expansion, Wildwood Grove, we headed on up to Dragonflyer and caught 192 heading up the mountain. 192 and her train roll on back down to the village depot. There's a gate right in front of the new roller coaster, Big Bear Mountain. And there's a space where I could get my camera and record the train going through this crossing. And her train returned back down to the village depot. We decided to head back down to the village depot and decided to watch the Tones, an a cappella group. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the show.
One, two, three.
Oh, don't you dare look back, just keep your eyes on me. I said you're holding back, she said you're in dance with me. This water is my destiny. She said, shut up and dance with me. The kind of call physical, great tonight. Elvis to the dance and I play. spending some time with us today. My name is Chase.
I'm Ariana.
I'm Jake.
I'm Ari.
I'm Cooper.
And we are the Tones. So what we're going to be doing here today, guys, we're going to be doing some a cappella versions of some hit songs from the past few decades, and hopefully a few of y'all's favorites. Hope y'all enjoy.
1, 2.
Now we're going to keep things going with this next song, written in 1999 by pop superstar Phil Collins. This song is called Son of Man. Here we go. Oh, the power to be strong and the wisdom to be wise. All these things will come to you in time. On this journey that you're making, there'll be answers that you see. And it's you who climb the mountains, it's you who reach the peak.
Originally written and recorded by the Everly Brothers, When Will I Be Loved has been covered by hundreds of artists, including this version by a cappella supergroup Home Free.
One, two, three, four.
I've
been cheated,
been mistreated. When will I be loved? I've been put down, I've been pushed down. When will I be loved? When will I be loved?
When I find a new girl, one I want for mine, she always breaks my heart in two. It happens every time. I believe you. I believe you. When will I be loved?
Somebody love somebody who loves somebody, someone to love me, gonna love somebody, love somebody like you. I'm gonna love somebody, love somebody who loves somebody, someone to love me, gonna love somebody, but when will I be loved? When will I be loved? When I find a brand new girl that I want for mine, she always breaks my heart in two. It happens every time. I've been cheated, been mistreated. When will I be loved? 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 When will I be loved?
2002, Kelly Clarkson won the first season of American Idol and has become one of today's biggest superstars. So we thought it would be fun to sing some of her top hits a cappella style.
This is my heartbeat song and I'm gonna play it. Been so long I forgot how to turn it up, 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 up all night long. Oh, up, up all night long. Some people wait a lifetime for a moment like this.
Grew up in a small town when the rain would fall down. I'd just stare out my window. I could break away. I spread my wings and I learned how to fly. I'll do what it takes till I touch the sky. And I'll make a wish, take a chance, take a change, and break away.
Miss Independent, Miss Self-Sufficient, Miss Keep Your Distance. Oh, if things started out friends, if it's good, all pretend. Since you're gone, you're gone, you're gone, and all you ever hear me say is how I picture me with you. That's all you ever hear me say. But since you've been gone, I can't breathe for the first time. I'm so lonely, and so you know now I get what I want. You got the best of me, think you had the last laugh, but you think that everything was gone. You left me broken down, think that I could run it back, baby you know what I had wrong. What doesn't kill you makes you stronger, stand a little taller, doesn't mean I'm lonely when I'm alone. What doesn't kill you makes you fighter, footsteps even lighter, doesn't mean I'm over cause you're gone. What doesn't kill you makes you stronger, stronger, just me, myself and I. Because I'm true, I'm staying a little taller, doesn't mean I'm lonely when I'm alone.
Thank y'all so much. Thank you very much. Sorry, I got distracted here. Thank y'all so very much for coming by. We really do appreciate it. Now, we are on our last song. Don't forget to go see our other fantastic shows here at Dollywood. And if you get a chance, go right across the street. Check out our Imagination Playhouse. It's fantastic. Now, we have hit summer, and when we think of summer, we like to think of what? Barbecues, days out on the lake, but most importantly, summer road trips. So what we've done is put together some of our favorite summer road trip songs to sing for you guys for our last song right now. Here we go.
One, two, three, four.
Give me the big boys and free my soul. I wanna get lost in your rock and roll and drift away. Oh, give me the big boys and free my soul. I wanna get lost in your rock and roll and drift away. Do 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 do. Well, I'm running down the road trying to loosen my load. I got sailing with all my mind. Oh, I wanna hold me to the woman someday. Oh, so she's a friend of mine. Take it easy, take it easy. Don't let the sound of your own wheels drive you crazy. Not now, but you still can. Don't even try to understand. Just find a place to make your stand. Take it easy.
Everything was as fresh as a bright blue sky.
Thank you guys so very much, and have a fantastic rest of your day at Dollywood. Thank you.
After the show ended, 192 was just about to pull back into the station, so we headed on down and caught the train pulling into the station. Now located at Owens Farm, as 192 charges up the grade up to the top of Iron Mountain. .192 and her train returned to the Village Depot. We are located near the River Rampage ride as 192 heads on past us. final two shots are of 192 departing with the 7 o'clock train. Thanks for watching. I hope you liked what you saw. If you did, please give the video a like, leave a comment down below, subscribe to the channel, and ring the notification bell to be notified about future uploads. Also, join our Discord. Link is down in the description down below, and channel memberships are now active. You can join by the join button or the link in the description down below. And we hope to see you along the rusty rails really soon.